Hello everyone, this is probably the first time I've had to do one of these. Today's podcast has got a trigger warning in effect. We are discussing transgender as a whole and the effects that J.K. Rowling has had on the trans community with the upcoming game Hogwarts Legacy. Any negative, abusive comments of any source that are found attached to our video will be instantly deleted and your account's reported straight away. It's not acceptable. We don't have time for it. This podcast is to teach as many people as possible about transgender and the effects that it currently has in our climate to the people that are deeply involved in it. Today's guest, Noah, is a trans male who's willingly come on to talk to us about transgender and everything else. So massive respect for Noah. Love him loads. And yeah, if you don't have time to listen to it and get to know about transgender as all, or you want to drop an abusive message, get in the bin, piss off, ain't got time for you. Learn something like me and Dutchy are about to, and hopefully you enjoy today's podcast.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologise to absolutely nobody.
Bob.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Oh, I got him! I like it. Everyone type pussy, I want to see it. I want to see it actually.
Hold on, you want to see pussy?
I'm going to see yours later, just type it in there.
Yes! Go on! Oh, he's at the post! Oh! Yes! Get the fuck in there! No!
Look at him, he's like, ah! Panic mode is set in! I'm gone.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
And that guy. Everyone knows me.
Literally.
Can we start with the obvious one first? Can we have a look at your Christmas jumper?
Hello,
Let it now.
Let it snow. Let it snow.
You're gonna have to tit on me.
Ever since I've worn it, I've not seen any, so it's not working.
I understand. I get it now. Let it snow.
Sorry, but as
Hang on, have you only just got it?
I've only just clocked it.
as you said before, the two dyslexics
Get it
got
in
it
the bin.
like that, and you didn't.
See you next week.
He's off.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, eh?
Wow!
Genuinely, the entire time, I thought it was just let it now.
Let it snow.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Let it snow. Let it snow.
Get it in the bin. Get it in the bin.
Well, yeah, it does
Get
say
it in
that,
the bin.
but It's meant to say let it.
Fuck you.
How'd you not get it?
Oh, yeah.
Right,
I'm not good with anagrams, okay?
It's in different colours.
Literally.
Fuck off. I'm not good.
He's off. He's going into it.
He's trapped in. He can't
Hello,
go anywhere,
Not
can
going
you?
anywhere now.
It's nowhere it is.
Hello.
Chaos has already started.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right.
We're going to be here for a while.
We're going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
This is the one bit where we're actually trying to maintain an actual
Time schedule.
time scale is going to go out the window because you've got
Yeah.
work at 3. You've not got work, have you? You've got a dentist appointment. We've got a guest in the background.
Hi.
Shut up! You're not part of this.
Is it go?
Just addressed me.
No! Shush! Yeah, see? Yeah.
Keep quiet.
Just
Launch the phone.
That's the same face from the rimmed comment last week.
Literally.
Oh.
I'm in danger when I'm just staring at the camera.
Fun times.
I love it.
Fun times.
This is going to be a long.
We might even have 2 parts. It might just be one long part and
Long,
then
yeah.
right at the start.
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cut to advert
Jokes.
so I can go get more monster.
I can just.
That's what we've got a skivvy for.
I know, yeah. I can just see that and just going up in the corner and me eye just. Hello.
Hey, me, can I talk now?
You're the one that needs the bell.
What time have you got to go? Like, actually, because it's 11 now.
In like 15 minutes.
You've got
Sam.
no less than that, probably about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But either way, right. Today's topics of conversation.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Transgender and how J.K. Rowling's a dickhead. So, so we'll put the elephants out the room now. Noah is transgender.
Yep.
You are your full transgender
Yep.
classification is
Female to male.
female to male
Yep.
pre-op.
Yep.
On testosterone now, aren't you?
No,
No,
not
not
yet.
yet.
No.
Waiting for it. So there we go. So there's trying to get my head around the different amounts of types of transgender was hard enough as it is. And then you two go and throw non-binary in the mix.
Hey, it was done first.
All right, and make it even harder. For not only because like there's then you've got the different aspects of transgender, then you've got the different aspects of non-binary because it's not just they/them. There's like he/thems, she/they, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's more like gender fluid though.
Yeah.
You'd argue, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then you go, and then you throw something else on top. For my old brain, my 31-year-old ass could not comprehend it all, and it's hard, which is why I decided to go and bring you two younglings on so you can actually explain it to me better.
This young generation.
Literally.
Fucking up the generation of today.
By confusing us.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that.
I know, yeah.
Just make sure we're on the same wavelength. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
meant.
It's hard. I asked Dutchy to write some questions down because apparently I don't let him talk enough.
I know,
So we
yeah.
can ask some questions and then at least that
I
way
mean-
then he spoke and I can't get you.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I've not thought of any, but
Oh,
Well done.
one.
I've got one.
just off the top of your head.
Yeah, I've just thought of it before, literally, and it's just like, what is the whole process of going from female to male?
From
or
female
vice
to
versa,
male.
whatever it is. If it's the same, I don't know.
Sometimes it's as you see it, it's harder for male to female.
Okay.
That's the way I'd put it anyway. It's a lot harder for them to transition because as you see it now, more so the dads are more like, yeah, no, you're my son.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
my daughter. That's what people would say to them. It's like, well, I brought you up like this. Why are you like that?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You doing this to hurt the family, to do this, to do that.
Like the ones that are like dead stereotypical with
Yeah.
like gender norms
Yeah.
and that. It's like, and even then, like it's the hormones as well.
Yeah.
It's like you've got to go on testosterone
Testosterone or-
blockers, and then you've got to go on like,
Estrogen.
estrogen
Yeah.
Tablets.
tablets as well.
Fuck yeah.
It's
Okay.
a-
And then obviously, I think obviously the time when you decide to go through that process as well, because obviously you're
Yeah.
how old are you now?
18.
And when did you decide that you knew that you were going for it?
About 4 or 5, maybe. Yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, 'cause it was
Probably a little bit more.
not
So you
like
obviously
after
you were
JK
still in
one.
high school during that.
Yeah.
How did because you went to 2 high schools
Yeah.
before on the way in.
Yeah.
Won't really touch on how much you beat the fuck out of someone to get kicked out of a school, but how did your new school take to it? Like with you saying like,
Well, with
did you
the
bring
new
it up with
school-
them or
Yeah, they knew.
right? Okay.
Because the old school sent me there.
Right.
So, because it was a naughty college, as they had put it. It was.
Okay.
Not.
It really was.
No, yeah. So the one he went to, it was notorious for you've been kicked out, right? You go in here instead.
Yeah.
Or if you're not being kicked out, you go into this other one, and if you get kicked out of there, then you're being sent to that
Yeah.
one as like the last ditch
Last
effort
resort.
to keep
But
you.
they
in
were
some
sound.
form of
They were
education.
sound with you about it all.
Yeah, that school, it's more like that. When we'd go in, we'd have to give our phones in and all that. We weren't allowed phones, we weren't allowed anything. The weirdest thing about it though, we were allowed to smoke.
That makes
Do you know what that probably is?
that
Because when you get that that little need for nicotine, that's when you become a bit more aggressive in it. So
We were allowed to smoke. We had a garden probably about the size of like the living room to here. But us all on our break and on lunch to go and have a ciggy. You'd have the odd group over in the corner like that, huddled with people stood around them having ciggies, having a joint in the corner. Just hiding in the back of the bush.
yeah.
Because we had bushes down the back and then there was like these gaps where everyone just pushed the bushes in when it's raining and just stand under them. Like,
Modified smoking sheds, I like
yeah,
it. I like it.
literally, yeah.
And they said you'd never amount to anything. Look, you've created something. Fucking lies. Bullshit.
Exactly,
Swats.
exactly.
Yeah.
A little shelter.
Look where we are now.
Yeah.
KFC.
KFC. Yeah.
KFC.
Yeah. Big up the KFC.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, came in last night.
Yeah.
We had
Alright, you did.
nothing left.
Nothing left. Quarter.
Oh,
I made
We didn't have
a special
anything left
delivery for the
really when
manager.
I was there.
What?
'Cause we was waiting for shit when I was there.
I know.
Literally everything. It was bad.
The thing is, though, I don't know if we can touch on work.
I wouldn't.
No.
Taking from someone who's violated their
wouldn't.
social media
I
policy
know.
at work at least once. don't talk about it.
I feel like all we can do is just reference it.
Mm.
Like I don't think we can name
No.
people. Like if
No.
I was to come on again, I could name you because
Yeah.
you've been on this. But
No.
other than that,
No one else.
So it
No,
actually makes
no.
it easier because we've had in the past a transgender
Yeah.
speak, but now actually having you on,
Yeah.
it actually helps because like I said, me and him, we were understanding, but we're not educated enough
On it, yeah.
to get the full range of it. Like I understand like the process in terms of like the start and the end point. It's that cloud in the middle,
Yeah.
like
Where
how
you
it
don't
differs. Because
want
obviously
to
I'm
learn
assuming
it.
it's like anything, it differs from person to person
Yeah.
to person, which obviously makes it a lot harder to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm old, I know.
I was wondering what he was looking at then.
Yeah, she just wrote out you're old in block capitals.
Wow.
Get out of my house.
yeah,
Tell that to him.
Go-
Well,
You can leave your vape with me though.
Go get your go get your teeth sorted. You're the dentist, aren't you? Might be quiet again.
It's a check up.
but obviously as well, because there'll be some people that go from female to male but don't get bottom surgery.
Yeah.
Just as a choice, they don't
Yeah.
Oh,
want
that's
it.
good.
But then the argument for a lot of people is then, you're
Well,
not
then
male.
you're not that. You're
But you-
not a male
like, you
because you
can't- you
haven't
can't
got
be.
them parts. But it's the fact trans men menstruate. We menstruate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have periods. People can sit there and say how much they want with you're not because you have a period, but it's not the fact of the period that makes us not that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like people say sex and gender are the same thing.
They're not.
So yeah, I was going to say that's the one thing I do understand
Yeah.
is like sex and gender are two completely
Different things. Yeah.
Your sex is obviously what you're born as, and your gender is what you
Or
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's a mix with people saying that because you're pre-op and you're not fully there yet, so where you want to be, you're not that.
Yeah, you can't be.
Right, I'm with
Yeah.
you. Yeah, but it's not, yeah. So in that case, then it's more like a mental aspect. Like
Yeah.
you know what your end game
Yeah.
is. You know at the end of it all, you want to go testosterone surgery, male,
Yeah.
and then that's it. Then
Yeah.
as far as you're concerned,
Yeah.
and that's why your headset is straight away. I'm a trans male.
Yeah.
There's no
That's
in
literally it.
between.
No.
And then obviously that's where then the whole J.K. Rowling bullshit comes into it all.
But there's an issue.
Because that's the point she was trying to. I say trying to make, but that was
Trying
the
to.
thing she's saying, isn't it? It was like,
Have you seen all the transphobic stuff she's been bringing out? All the merch and all that? Badges?
What?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
I was
Oh
going to go
my
on something else, but
Man.
so the thing is as well.
Let me
So
find this.
in work, we've got to do like voice surveys and be like, "Oh, what do you think of the managers? You just what do you think of this?"
Shit.
And we go through and we do all that. But it asks for your gender, right? So
see, I actually want to ask a question on this as well, because unlike you, I actually thought of questions.
I thought of what?
All right, I
Oh,
thought.
you did only text me this morning, make some questions. I'm like, I'm just waking up, man. Come on.
Yeah, sorry, have you not got ADHD brain like me?
Whoa.
Well, yeah, you
Yes.
say that. Well, yeah, you say that, and then you could just not be hyperfixated.
All right, smart.
it could just have as much issues as we do.
Literally.
Didn't ask for a psychology lesson, did I? Well, actually, I did in a way, but
Exactly.
What were you saying about the voice surveys, though?
right. So, because I've noticed like most surveys, you'll have it says gender, it'll say male, female, other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever. Then it's like don't want to say, non-specified, whatever.
So ours
There's like a fourth normal box, isn't there?
ours is more in depth. So it's male, female, male, female, trans female, non-binary, other. Prefer not to say.
Yeah.
So now
Well, that's good.
We've talked about this in the past. As well, if he identifies as male, surely he's well within his right to put
Male.
Yeah.
but he's got to put trans male.
Oh, so
As
so,
a protection
Protection.
scheme.
so me sat there thinking like, because my brain was like, it's good that they put them all on there. So
Yeah.
you're saying like, for you, it's bad that they put them all on there, or
Not necessarily it's bad, it's more so they do it to protect themselves.
Yeah.
right?
So they can't. So no one can turn around and be like, "Oh, you're not being inclusive," and
Yeah.
like, actually, hang on, we've got all of this to say.
Yeah.
Here's all
When
your
I
options.
went for
Right,
my
I'm with you,
interview,
I'm with
when
you.
I went for my interview, I told the person who was taking my interview that I was trans, and he was like, "Yeah, you've got the job. Literally, just nothing else yet. You've got the job."
To be fair though, I sat down and he was already taking me measurements for me stuff. He looked. I sat
Yeah.
down. I was like, shook his hand. I was like, "Oh, you're right." I'm like, this is who I am, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, cool."
That was one of the first ones
Medium.
he asked me as well with the
you're
clothes.
you're medium. I was like, I mean, I'll take a large if you got it, but yeah. He goes,
Literally,
Out of 9,
that's what he'd
I
do.
went 9.5 to 10, but you know, I'll take a 10. He's like, yep, sound. And I was like, whoa, I know you're desperate for staff, but like, I've just sat down. You haven't
Literally.
even read me entire CV yet.
Literally.
Okay.
So do you reckon you've got your job because of who you are, or do you reckon it's surely because they were that short staffed and they just needed staff?
It was in.
Or a bit of both?
It was when weren't even open yet, when the store was still getting built, so they were looking for staff like that
Right.
to actually run the store. But
Like, this is the job. The job had been up on Indeed like 2 days when I'd accepted, when I'd put in for it. So we
Yeah.
got interviewed the same day.
yeah,
And we
he
know,
was a bit later than me.
we
really.
know that for a fact because our clock in and out numbers are one number
One
different.
number difference.
Is
His his
Mine-
ends in the 6, mine ends in the 7.
Yeah.
Right.
So we were hired same day.
Pretty much
looking-
one after the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Put
Literally.
through one after the other. So, you know what I mean? Like, they were looking for staff for a new store, so it's just
Yeah.
whoever
Yeah.
sat down got the
Yeah.
job.
Like, there
And
was...
Fair enough.
I'm not saying anything, but you can tell.
yeah, you can tell.
Oh, that's good.
With a few of the
I
staff in there, you can tell.
I've been in your store. I can fucking tell. So.
Hey, there was me and another one of our staff members that still works with us today. Sat down, we went in. She was in there before me, asking one of the waitresses in there about where she should go for the interview. Bear in mind, the person who was taking the interviews was sat in the far corner, just scranning a roast with a red hat on.
Yeah, so
Just scranning a roast.
he's there, full KFC uniform, KFC hat, right? And I walk in after these, and he's chowing through a burger, and I went, I can wait. I know I'm early. I can wait until you finish food. He's like, no,
It's fine.
Moved it to the
Moved
side.
it to the side.
I'm sat there. I'm like, why am I being interviewed for a job in a pub?
In a pub.
In a pub. Like it's a pub / restaurant, so you know, bougie. But
Yeah,
it's just a pub.
posh. It is literally
Very
just a pub.
professional.
I'm like, is this your thing? Is it right? I'll have. What do you drink?
Right, no, that was the thing. I was like, you know, you're not even offering me a drink.
I know, yeah.
It's like that scene from The Simpsons where, is it Lionel Hutz? He goes, "Want whiskey?" And Marge is like, "It's 9 o'clock in the morning." Okay, tequila?
Yes.
It's like exactly like
Literally, though,
Say a
it's
bit
like,
more fireball. Fireball.
but it's so bizarre, and you know, it's weird to think because our store's been open a year now, just over a year,
Yeah,
and we're all like,
12
wow,
days over.
yeah, 12 days over a year. So we opened on what, the 10th,
The 8th.
the 8th.
Yeah.
It's 14 days over. 2 weeks. We opened.
I only passed my maths because my maths teacher gave me all the answers.
I was gonna say that before, actually.
So, do you want to go there?
Yeah. So you know, if we hadn't went for the job, I would never have spoke to him. You know,
No.
I'd have came into like the KFC because it's around the corner from mine,
Yeah.
and I'd have probably got to know him just because of
Through
our
that
some
life,
friends.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, just yeah, right, no, nice one, thank you, and then how have you
Literally.
been? But that's it. But like you look around our store, and I'm like one of my best mates, Ryan, never known him.
Yeah.
He's 26 for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, you say it like he's old. Fucking. Let's be
No,
serious.
but
Fucking.
It's old for them.
other than
Old
you,
to them, yeah.
other than you two, who am I hanging around with above 20? You know what I mean?
Fair point.
I go to
Apart from
college.
people we work with.
That,
Yeah.
that makes us sound very fucking noncy.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. He came out with it the other week. Good kid bash, yeah. Now you're like, I'm hanging around with someone that's over 20.
No regrets.
For the record, both over the age of 16.
Definitely.
So, therefore, in technical terms, there's no offence.
All of my work still think I'm 17.
Really?
Yeah. So on our rotors, right?
Lovely.
It's got an arrow
So
next to it.
your page wrong.
No, it's page right.
Oh, that's good.
On all the rotors, it says like under 18 or whatever. So one of the lads who's 17, he's like 2 weeks younger than me. He's down as being 18, and he's
Is
like,
this who I ate?
no,
Who?
Kelly.
Yeah.
He's down as being over 18, and he's like, well, I'm not, so fix it. And it doesn't get fixed. But then the day you turn 18,
You'll go back to 17.
yeah, no, the day you turn 18, one of the it's a last name, so I can say it, can't I?
No.
No.
Don't do it.
Right.
Get creative, go.
Swimming.
Describe him.
Yeah.
Swimming. Okay, I know
Swimming,
you
right.
don't know that.
So one of the shift runners,
We have no idea what we're talking about.
one of the shift runners, she'll go on the rotor
Give
and
it a
change
swing.
it to like over 18.
Right.
I mean, I've put in my preferred name now, so
Yeah.
I don't think I'll check now.
No, your preferred name is on the rotor, isn't it?
Yeah, my preferred name's on the rotor.
because that's another thing as well. Because obviously non-binary, you go by
Ace.
Ace, and then you've got so that's your. What's the actual technical term for that then? As a name?
Is it given name or is it chosen name?
Chosen name.
So
and
like,
then
you're given names when you're born.
And the birth names you're given name.
Yeah.
But then also,
Even though my ma didn't name me for a few days because she had to wait until me auntie was rotten and phoned her at 2 a.m. for my birth name. Phoned her at 2 a.m. and gave me mum my birth name. Me.
worst name ever.
Yeah.
It genuinely, it's like you look at it and you're like, no.
Do you want to know? Was your aunt by any chance a gypsy?
No.
No, it's even worse.
Oh my god. Yeah. Fully.
That's another thing then. So have you got to wait till you go full transition
No.
to change your name
put
on
the
a
papers through,
license?
No. I was putting the papers through last year, but because we got the house just the end of last year to move in the beginning of this year, I didn't put them through in case any of the letters went back to the old house because I knew we wouldn't be there. So I've waited a good while now. They would definitely stay in here. So I'm probably gonna end up doing it about the beginning of next year.
There's no rule on that. So
No.
gotta
go through the Crown Courts and all that. But
So for obviously those who didn't see it, your driving license got your birth name on it and everything associated to that. So it's just like female and stuff like that. It's mad.
Which we always joke about because what happens if he gets pulled by Plod and they're like, well, this clearly isn't.
I might drive erratically around the way home just to get pulled, just to see what he hates it.
You're being transphobic, you. I'll get back to what are you going? That doesn't say that. What are you talking about?
Oh, you know, like we joke.
I think you meant me then. You know about the busy one yet? I was like, shit.
Steve's like, stop it, stop it.
My arsehole went so tight. I was like, shit, am I? My brain's like probably about 20 minutes behind. He's still trying to catch up with what I've just said. It's that verbal diarrhea. It's like, oh, I know that voice. Oh, wait, it's mine. It's no one ever goes to me. I just say it. I'm like, oh yeah, I did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is my voice. Oh, hello. Where did you come from?
But we talk about it quite often because there's a lad that used to work with us who was also female to male. 2-letter name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was soundest lad going, right. His only issue was he still presents quite feminine.
Yeah.
And he still sounds quite feminine.
Nice.
So at the start, a couple of shift runners would be like,
bear in mind, no one knew how to pronounce his name.
it's the easiest name ever. Oh my.
No,
it is.
No, it's not.
So simple. Show him.
Well, I am now. It's not.
It's the most. It's so simple.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but you're not dyslexic.
Exactly.
What Paul that was like.
How?
Get a fuck.
How?
Get a fuck. How is that easy?
It's so simple.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Right. Is it just as you would think?
Right, my brother has the same name,
Right, it's that first letter.
but
double
it's
E.
spelled differently.
That first letter, double E.
That fucking makes it worse.
Exactly.
Right, but right. To be fair, I've known someone in the past with that name, so that's how I know how.
No,
to
there
say
we
it.
go then.
Well,
But
that's your fault then.
even still, it's so simple.
You've said right. So right. Do you know what? I don't even care because it's
You know what,
it's my podcast. I can say
He
it.
doesn't work there anymore. It's fine.
Oh, you best right. So it's spelled Ly, right? And you're telling me that the L is double E.
Yeah.
That's
No.
yeah.
No, the second letter.
fucking cowboy.
The second letter. So it's Lee.
How is that Lee?
Exactly.
That's more lie than Lee.
And that's what we all thought in work.
How is it Lee?
Hang on, because we got right.
Screenshot that moment when I'm just looking at the camera and these three are just shouting at each other.
We got this.
Dutchy like I don't talk enough as it is, and now these two are here.
You said before we went live, I'm not going to get a fucking word in here.
Nah, we need to
It's
find
fine.
them a bell. We need to get
you
him
a bell. Anyone want to buy us a bell so Dutchy can ring it? Shut up!
We had this clock in and out system on our phone, right?
The people
So-
outside Primark are saying, yeah.
Do you know what? If I was going to get anyone from town on, the fucking guy with the microphone with the
Yes,
guitar.
yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't care what he says, he's a fucking legend.
We had this clock in and out system on our phone, right? So Lee was down as Lee on it, and there's a girl who works with us whose actual birth name is Elizabeth,
Okay.
but she doesn't go by Elizabeth.
Okay.
She goes by
Lee.
no.
Okay.
This is so hard for us.
You know what? Just fucking say
say
it.
it.
Because at the end of the day, so I suppose she's not dropping like last names in, and if you don't like it, yeah, she'll just get it in the bin.
That's it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so it's that top, well, that one there.
Oh,
Okay,
so
yeah.
so the same name, but with a few extra letters thrown in the middle.
Yeah.
No, so that's the one who's called Elizabeth.
That's good, yeah.
So she goes by that.
Yeah.
But down on the system, she was down by that. Lee was down by Lee, and he was down by his dead name. And I was the first one to see it,
Yeah.
so I was just going through the staff being like, oh,
Because we were both on shift the same day.
I haven't seen
And he
it.
come in and went to me, have you been on the app?
I turned around, I was like, you got a minute? Literally went like that, dragged him into the staff room.
I was on Burgers making a sing tower.
Yeah, he sat there making a cigarette tower. I'm like, come with me. And he's like,
However, I am just
Why?
going to throw it out there now before I forget. You go to KFC, make sure that Noah's on because burgers. Top tier making. You know, like you see the advert and it's like, that's how it's supposed to look.
that's how he does
make
it.
it. Okay.
And I'm like, I got
No, but
one.
there's people in there that say, because they've worked in like a burger gaff with basically Mackey's,
Or
you
Burger
make the
King.
burgers upside down. No, you don't.
Oh, yeah. There's a girl in there that makes it upside down.
In-
And every time
every
me and Noah are
time?
like, it's not.
Why?
If you
Why
want,
make it?
I'll just send you just this. Get it in the bin.
Yeah.
Every time she
Yes.
does it, you
Please.
can
Yes.
you can just play it. Just play it every time. Just get,
Oh.
get it in the bin.
It stresses us out because, right,
And then if she continues, just
Fuck you.
spin that one.
I'm not trying to brag to the rest of the store, but we are two of the best people in there to do burgers, right? We're rapid on it.
Just hang on, I'm just going to get out of the way of Ace's massive head.
Oh, yeah.
Start expanding.
Just let that grow. Let him grow there
the
himself.
big ass eagle
You're
that's
right.
growing over here.
Are we right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Right, we're rapid on it. Burgers very rarely go out wrong, and they're always in the shoot. So our shoot, the rule is three normals, 2 towers, 1 stacker.
That's the way we do it. That's the way we've done it since we started.
Because then if 2 fillet burgers come through,
Quickly throw another 2 and throw them back in.
you've already got them there, so you take them straight away. I've already got another 2 down, so
So-
you've still got
Right.
that 3.
So on time, when they come up on the screen, we'll do wraps and special burgers
Yeah, that's the only ones we've got
and
to do.
stackers.
Well, I put 1 stacker. We put
I
1
don't.
stacker down here.
No.
And it's a waste of zingers, really.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we'll have the
You're like,
we'll have it stocked up because
Just
at
get him
least
a
it's
little
done.
nod
Talking
dog.
Talking about burgers now, I'm getting hungry.
I haven't eaten today.
Neither have I.
I'm not.
that's pretty much the Dutchy's reaction right now.
Yeah.
Food, yes,
But, like-
food, yes, food.
And then you see someone making it upside down, you're like, that's not how you do it. You don't put the mayo and the lettuce
On the top
crown.
of the bun.
So it's the crown and the heel, so the top's the crown, the bottom's the heel.
Yeah.
Don't know why it's called the crown and the heel.
Hang on, the
Crown?
top's called the
And your
crown.
heel.
I mean,
That
right.
bit. Where's your foot?
Right, so firstly, you can't read Let It Snow, and now you're trying to tell me why you don't know what the top of a burger's called
No,
crown.
I get it, right? I understand it.
Right.
But just call it the top and the bottom.
Right, let's get on this, yeah.
Or is
You know,
that too
Burger
kinky?
King, yeah.
Is it too? It's probably too kinky.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Probably-
I just call it the top and bottom as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dutchy's a
In
massive
my
bottom.
mind, I'm just like top bottom. That's
Yeah, I
it.
could see that.
He does it. Yeah.
Right.
I don't think.
You are a defo bottom.
You've just seen Burger King tops.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
Burger King polos.
Yeah.
Right. My bitch just started working in Burger King. She come home the other day. I got home a few hours after that. Look at me top, look at this. It's got bun, lettuce, tomato, burger, and then it's got like nothing on the top, and then your head's the top bun.
Oh, that's quite smart, actually. You know what? That's almost better.
Let
than,
me see if I
That's
can find-
almost better than just our chicken. You know the palm tree on the chicken.
I get what
Yeah,
you
your knife.
I know what you mean. Like I've seen Burger King tops.
You know the palm tree. So
Yeah.
you see my work uniform. There's a palm tree on the chicken wing.
Yeah.
Used to be a knife.
There used to be a knife.
Years ago, it used to be a knife, and a bunch of people turn around and were like, "It's not really appropriate to be doing it." What do you think goes on in the back? We literally cook chicken.
Yeah, what we do is we tickle the chicken to death.
Yeah.
With a feather duster. that is how they get murdered.
I'll tell you what. I'll get the person who's
boy.
cleaning
Look.
chicken to go clean it in front of you, shall I?
Oh, I get what you mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said it the wrong way around, so it's the burger.
Yeah, no,
well,
no,
bun
yeah.
burger.
That makes sense.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Nah,
Like
I'm
the
gonna
colours of
have to
the-
I'm gonna have to get
Yeah,
that picture and
I
drop it
get
in
that.
now, aren't I?
Yeah.
get
So
on.
everyone else can see what we're on
Send
about.
it to you.
Looks like a Jamaican shirt or something like that.
A little bit, yeah.
Like with the colours of the green.
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah.
Talking Jamaica, cool runnings, best film ever. Just
Yeah.
saying. Just saying.
Oh.
How much I want to be John Candy in that film. The white guy that's allowed to talk black.
I'd like to point out we came on this to talk about J.K. Rowling, and we're talking about KFC.
Do you think we stick to the actual thing we talk about?
No.
Have you not watched us?
Episode we just
It is pretty much it's ADHD brain because
Yeah,
I'll be
definitely.
focusing and be like after like 5 minutes like I've had enough of that. I want to talk about something else.
The subject.
We'll come back to that in a bit. So yeah, Friday we'll talk about J.K. Rowling. Have you found that the transphobic shit?
I'm literally sad.
Still. So what kind of shit is it then? That she's like pins and badges and like
I imagine it'll be something to do with like how there's no gay people in the Harry Potter books canonically.
Yeah.
Apart from Dumbledore, who what's the other fella's name? He's quite literally Shags Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Dumbledore, Shags Grindelwald. That's what I've just said.
Yeah. Right. There's.
And we'll send you that later.
Yeah. Put it in.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She made me shown right here saying things like "fuck your pronouns" and many other transphobic things. Sorry about your dick, bro. Fucking hell.
That one made me laugh, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but, right.
What a thing to say.
But this thing like so you can laugh at them,
Exactly.
right? But we can't. And it's like the suicide thing I was on about a couple of weeks ago. I can make jokes about my dead sister. It's my dead sister. I'm allowed to.
Just like I can make jokes about my dead brother.
Because
No one else can.
But we can make jokes about each other's dead siblings because they commit suicide. Yeah.
See,
with the same way.
Exactly.
we were going to do a Secret
Fucking
Santa in work,
copycats.
right? We were going to be doing a Secret Santa in work, and I turned around to him and I was like, I'm going to get you some of the most horrendous
transphobic
shit. Not transphobic, just like really horrendous shit I can find.
Oh boy.
Just for a laugh. And he was like, yeah, sound, do it. Whatever you can find that's fucked, get me it. And we didn't end up doing it. And you know what, I was gutted. Because I'd have probably got him the sorry about your dick bro one. I'd have probably got
It's
him
the
that.
fact. Have I shown you the bruise I've got on my leg? Have I shown you the bruise I've got on my leg?
Depends whereabouts on your leg it is.
What does that look like to you?
Does it?
Oh boy.
Fucking great.
Wow.
How high up the leg is it?
Literally on me Friday.
Yes, it does look like a penis, and it's pretty close to where it should be. How does it work with your missus then? Like what's... Because obviously, sexuality thing, it's gone from like when we were in school, it's like either you like boys or you like girls. And obviously now, as the genders and more expansive.
Well, with her, it's like... She doesn't really have a label for it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? She likes who she likes. It's
So
Just a bit,
it's
like more like...
pansexual. Not pansexual. Well, pansexual regardless of gender,
Yeah.
so technically it would be pansexual.
well, yeah, but she doesn't like labels.
She likes the person she's with,
Yeah.
not a specific type of
Yeah.
person. Right, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
There is a full blown label for that. I can't remember off the top of my head. It might be not demisexual because I can't remember. But there's a label for it. You're attracted to the person regardless of the gender,
Right.
and like there's another one where it's like you've got to have some kind of romantic attraction to have sexual attraction,
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay,
which you'd call it a common sense person,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
but
Oh, that's good.
There's-
That makes sense. So basically, when like obviously she's aware that you're
Yeah.
going through it all
Yeah.
at the end game,
Yeah.
you're where you are.
Yeah.
That's not going to change.
No.
Because that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's so many that I like women, but I wouldn't go for a trans woman.
Yeah.
Like things
That's
like that.
me.
see,
I'll do that. I'll go for a cis-born woman, but I wouldn't go for a trans woman.
Right.
It's
but the issues with that is it's just personal
personal preference.
Yeah.
Like that's something that either you don't find attractive or you just maybe don't like.
Yeah.
Maybe they present more masculine and you're like, nah, I'm not really into people who present masculine. Or like, if it's the other way around, they present feminine, and
Yeah.
I don't personally like really feminine people.
I'm with you.
But then you'd have that one person in the background be like, that's transphobic, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
Right, I'm with you.
Call them, like, say if it's me,
Cancelled
call
on
me,
Twitter.
say
Because because I know I know when you told me Noah was trans, and I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, seriously, he is. And I was like, nah. And it's like, but that's how like you carry yourself. You carry yourself like quite stereotypically male. Like, and obviously I've seen trans females that are quite slim and slender, and then others that are quite big and stocky.
Like,
and obviously I'm assuming that's depending on when they've gone through that change.
It's
Well.
either that,
Sometimes,
or it's
yeah.
how they're choosing to go through it,
Yeah.
or like how they're choosing
How
to
they're
present
choosing
it.
Oh,
to present, yeah. Like, where Tiff used to work, there was this trans woman, but bigod, short hair, dressed masculine, but would kick off if anyone would call her a he, or
Right.
Miss Ponard calling people transphobic for making a genuine mistake. Say if like she was on front and a customer's had a complaint to me like, hey, because they don't know, she'll kick off.
Right.
But fully presenting masculine, full looks,
See, because that
deep voice, everything.
I've had that a few times in work when I've stopped with people,
Yeah,
and
You were telling me about this.
you've got to make an assumption straight away.
Yeah.
Because they might have been involved in a traffic collision or something like
exactly.
that, and then you make a comment like, "Oh, he's roughly 30 years of age, conscious breathing, slight head wound, whatever."
Yeah.
I'm not a he, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Okay, what are you then?" Like, I'm sorry.
Genuinely sorry I did
like,
that. Sorry I'm mistaken you for what you
and
know.
it happens. Like,
What are you
it's easy to misidentify someone.
Yeah.
I still call you he a lot of the time.
I do it, to be honest,
That's
don't I?
that's
Yeah.
more for
Yeah, but
me.
you're dyslexic, so.
That's
Same with him. No,
That
but,
doesn't make
no,
sense.
but
Because I tried to explain to RK, and it's like, it's because my head for years has learned to write they, them instead of he or she is incorrect in terms of right
grammatically
English.
incorrect.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to now as a pronoun,
Saying.
the back of my head's like, you can't,
Yeah,
no,
you don't know,
just
yeah,
writes it straight
yeah.
away
Literally.
and just shuts it down.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you're
It's-
wired
yeah.
the same. You know what I mean? Of right, this is how you write a sentence. This
What
is the
type
right
of
thing.
dyslexia are you though?
It's like it's when it's like close sounding words and close spells, like believe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
E's and I's and all along around. It's like when it's like similar letters
Yeah.
close together. It's
Yeah.
in the middle.
See, my eyes and E's, I just fuck up, but I'm just stupid. So
Not
Probably
even
know
that. Like with me, I've got mirror dyslexia.
Right.
So it's I'll get me P's and me Q's mixed up. Me nards and me
Right.
sixes mixed up.
your B's
And
and your
me
B's and
B's
stuff
and me
like that.
D's
Yeah.
mixed up. Or stuff like that. Me handwriting shite.
My handwriting shit.
Does mine. That's what I learned. If you write shite, it just all looks the same anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I'm
the best thing
certain
ever.
That's why I passed some of my GCSEs. Shit, you know.
I'm telling you now, though, if I go to Connor's course, I'm fucked because they're going to be able to read my book and neither am I.
No, there's genuine times I'm writing stuff down in class and I'll turn around 2 days later and I'll be like,
What's that?
"Hey, Lorenz, do you know what that says?" And he's like, "It's your fucking writing." I'm like, I know
yeah,
it is.
I used to do that in school myself. I used to. What's that?
I would
You
know.
should know.
But there'll be times where he can genuinely read what I say and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that is what it says." And
That makes
he's like-
sense now.
He'll sit there like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you one day." Like, how do you not understand what you write? I'm like, because I write that fast, and because you've said it, it now actually
It makes
looks like
sense.
that word.
Yeah.
Right, I'm with you. Fucking mental. Mental.
And there's me being a grammar Nazi.
Yeah. Dutchy's always a grammar Nazi.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's probably a good place to pause it for now. Take a little break.
Yeah.
We'll come back. We'll talk Hogwarts Legacy, how it affects with everything to do with Rowling and all the shit going on. We got a Would You Rather, which is fucking brilliant, by the way.
Boy.
Top draw Would You Rather. And then, yeah, we can give your thoughts on, because we touched on it a bit before about Harry Potter and like your love for it as a whole. I'll read what I wrote down.
Did we say that
last
on the
week.
live though? Did we say that while we were recording? Oh, we
No, we didn't know. But we'll talk about it more. I wrote down something about a week ago regarding it all. Had Kay read over it, and she's like, "That's up."
Yeah.
So like, that's my okay. I can say it. But I've wrote it down because normally I'll talk freely, but I've wrote it down because I want to make sure I don't
You get it right. Yeah.
miss say anything. But yeah, so we'll touch on that in the second half. Get it in the bin.
Hello. Would you like to buy some merch? Like a monk is wearing right now, some Get in the Bin merch.
Yeah,
It's a lot better than what you're wearing right now. Like,
definitely is.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. Look at that top you've got on now. You look a joke. An absolute joke. You need something like a jumper or a t-shirt that says "Get in the bin" on. You can tell everyone when you're walking down the street to get in the bin. You know, when someone's walking dead slow in front of you in the shop, just tap them on the shoulder, point to the jumper, "Get in the bin," and they'll get out of the way. See, we get it. You just don't get it because you've not got one. And if you've not got one, we know because we're telling you, you look like a joke. An absolute joke.
We know.
Sort it. Buy some merch.
Get it now.
Get it in the bin.
Hi, welcome back to part 2. We're joined by Noah, Ace, Monk, and myself, the main guy who doesn't speak at all.
The face,
The face
of the podcast.
Of the podcast, he doesn't speak, no.
Versus the voice
Gives
of the
you all
podcast.
those facial expressions and stuff.
I just stare at the camera a lot.
And
So-
that's officially the most talking Dutchy's done in any episode.
Apart from now, we're going to do a Would You Rather. So, was it a couple of weeks ago now? We had someone come in with a Am I the Arsehole? The same person, I hope they don't mind saying the name, Megan Owens, welcome back, hello. So, they've messaged in with an email with a Would You Rather. And it's quite good, actually. So,
Is it the same as the Am I the Arsehole?
No,
Oh.
it's completely different.
Wow.
So, she's put, okay, bin lids. Firstly, thank you for the advice from the last episode. I'll see how the surprise pictures do and go from there. Let us know.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather, that was asked in the pub last night. This is from 4 days ago, actually. So, would you rather suck a dick to completion a day for a year or suck 365 dicks in 1 day? And I like this bit. Good luck.
Right, not being funny.
In a
Right,
day.
to suck 365 dicks in a day. That's what, one every 4 minutes, give or take?
Now, I've actually put thought into that. Not actually doing it, but
That's Jory. Don't kill anyone. So.
she said for the one that you have to do one every day is to
Have to
completion.
make it finish, but the 365
Don't have to.
dicks in a day,
Yeah.
you
You
don't
just
have
put it
to.
in your mouth and
that's
move
what
on
I
to
was
the next
Move
thinking.
one.
on, yeah.
See, Noah and me thinking the same thing.
So it's literally just in, out,
Just
in,
put it
out.
in your mouth and then just
Go.
carry on going.
Yeah.
Get them all like
Yeah.
in a line.
I would say just do them all. in
Take
one
it an
day.
hour,
Yeah.
easy.
One day.
Yeah.
Take it in an
Your
hour.
poor throat.
No,
You don't have to do
You
anything.
don't have to
just
do
put
anything,
in
just
your
in,
mouth.
out,
That's it,
it
out.
doesn't say anything about deep throating it, so it could literally just be
Just-
tip
just
done.
the-
Just,
Yeah.
you could have one of them though. He's fucking getting ready, and then he just goes when you go up to
Yeah.
in the face.
Yeah.
At that point, you just bite his dick off.
Yeah,
Done.
You'd
Easy.
have one who just like, you just waits and then
yeah.
grab.
That's my word. That's my line.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say in the day.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's just one
Get it
traumatic
out
experience
the
then.
It's not to complete it. It's just in out. That's it.
How about this? Hang on. That's a girl who's emailed in, just whining in the back.
Just hear her making noises.
So that's a female who's put that in. So
Yeah.
right. So then again,
Is this
in the
from
pub.
experience?
In the pub, it might be.
Yeah.
It might be a mixture of lads and girls. It might just be all girls. So I think
Depends what your preference is. If
Yeah,
you want
I
to do
mean-
it to completion,
yeah, exactly.
it's up to you.
I mean,
once a day for a
if
year.
you're someone who enjoys sucking a dick, you probably would take once a year,
Yeah.
once a day, wouldn't you? But not for me. Yeah,
No.
all in one
Neither.
go, all in one day.
Yeah.
Get it out the way.
Get out the way.
Yeah.
Set it aside as a
See,
horrible.
Do all in one day as well.
29th of February, just so it doesn't remind you every year. It's every 4 years you get a flashback in that.
See, as well, right, you could just do multiple at once, get it moving faster.
How?
2 dicks at once.
Right, either how small is the dick or how big is
is
your mouth?
I have an impressively large
Do
mouth
you
at
reckon they
times.
could fit down their mouth?
Let's find out.
Oh,
Let me
boy.
drink the rest of it first.
It's a whole new level to deep throat that exhaust or deep throat that mic, isn't it? Which obviously, yeah. Dutchy's would you rather, to Lauren was, would you rather deep throat an exhaust or deep throat that microphone, which is where the clip comes
Yeah.
from, of Lauren trying to deep throat the microphone.
She tries.
It's a whole new meaning. Ace, deep throat that can.
We're replacing that clip with Ace defroating a monster can.
I,
Can't even get
Right,
it in his mouth.
right.
You can get the top bit on,
Yeah,
but
my
it's
teeth are in the
because
way,
it
hang on.
widens
Oh
out.
my god.
I'm going to laugh if this gets stuck, you know.
I could put that in my mouth easy.
So can I.
Come here.
Wow.
See, and you're saying 2 at once is the issue. Motherfucker's just got his lips down to here.
What has it turned into, man?
I'm just going to throw it out there, and it might be slightly transphobic, but there's going to be a lot of lads who are gutted you're becoming a lad.
Hey, they left. They're gone.
Poor Hulk. Cover your ears.
Get him some earmuffs.
I did it to Thanos last week.
Or, counter argument, there's a lot of gays that are going to be upset with the fact you don't like it. There you go, look, I'm no longer transphobic, fuck you know. Oh, it's a dangerous game to play. See,
boy.
365 in a day. Yeah, is that the
Yeah.
agreement?
I think that's
Yeah.
what we're all going with, aren't we?
365 in a day. Yeah. Right.
J.K.
Controversy time.
Rowling, yeah.
I can't quite believe we've just both done that on camera.
I'm so happy you did.
Right,
Because
send us that clip.
That's just
Are
us.
we working Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Send us that
I
clip.
will do.
This is now a trophy.
Frame it.
This is sitting right here.
The two things that have been deep throated.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna sound
convert that
so
to
bad.
That sounds so bad.
The can is bigger. You like ASMR?
God, that's gonna burn.
I'm gonna listen to that with headphones.
What?
I listen to the podcast with headphones because I'm not walking around my house or in work with these two dickheads just doing whatever shit they're doing.
Well,
Literally.
Please do it at the point where it says, "Would you rather suck a dick a day?"
Just take it out and it blurts out.
just sit. When you hear it, when it goes out, it'll be like, "Would you rather suck a dick a day or 365 in one day?" Whoever turns at that second bit, if they are someone that sucks a dick, just go slag.
I know we can do that too.
Which one?
Which one? Which one?
No, I said which one of our members of staff?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they meant. Yes.
I don't. That's the issue. Describe them.
Oh, be a hero and just say the name.
Don't do that.
Describe the podcast.
Describe them.
This is now an ASMR podcast.
I mean,
No, it's not.
I mean,
Facial features.
Let's let them talk.
Facial features.
Facial features. I mean, I'm interested in enjoying the faces though. What's going to be fair?
No, you've lost me.
Alright, hang on, right. I'm going to mute it for a second. Ready?
That's what they've just said.
You said Fisher?
You said Fisher.
By the way, the bike's from me, so
Oh,
now.
okay,
So,
No, see,
wait,
that would make sense.
wait. Is that person? That person's not your ex, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, right. In that case, then I'll fucking say the name. I don't give a shit. V, you slag. I don't give a fuck. Fucking snarmy, you twat. Every time I go in there, fucking death stairs, so I just want to come over and fucking put a fucking bargain bucket on her head. Stop walking at me, you twat.
What did you say?
It'd be an improvement.
Oh, I can't put
She
this.
takes the shit out of me.
What?
Like, I'm not being funny.
I can't put this on the speaker and work now.
Yes, you can.
I'm not.
Yes, you can.
You didn't say it, I did.
Yeah, for my own safety, I'm not putting it in the fucking speaker and work.
Alright, put it on the speaker and how old of a knife?
Joe, what? Got another would you rather for you?
Good then.
Would you rather see 10 minutes into the future or 100,000 years into the future?
10 minutes, because we're not going to be around for
10 minutes,
years,
because in
so-
online betting, you'd clean up.
Exactly.
Think about
That's
it.
in my podcast.
Think about
I
it.
mean,
Anything
fucking Discord,
anything like that. So, like, football, prime example, World Cup final. When it was 2-0 down to France, you can see 10 minutes in the future. You two, next two goals, France 2-2, and Mbappe both goals. Like, the odds on that was probably going to be...
yeah.
And you call it within 120 seconds. Like, goal. The odds on that's going to be a fucking daft. It's going to be at least 60 to 70 to 80 to 1. You can just go, yeah, there's a grand on that.
No.
You're laughing,
That's
rolling
like
in money.
60, 80 grand. Like,
Back.
Exactly.
yeah, you know what
That's
that's
what it is. If you can see 10 minutes in the future, you're laughing. Online betting.
Literally.
There you go. So
Tell you what,
That was
Answer, dead easy.
Harry would have a field day with that.
Hardy will. Fuck, I feel.
I almost said something.
What?
Oh, no.
Say
Last
it!
time you said that,
Say it!
it brought
Say
about
it.
a famous clip. Let's fucking say it now.
No.
Say it.
Yes.
I got.
Now. Why are you looking at me? Don't touch the mic.
Your brother wouldn't be where he was if he could see 10 minutes into the future.
See, I nearly said that. I made that connection.
Hey, to be fair, neither would our sister.
No, she didn't have a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
True.
So for those who don't know, Noah's brother committed suicide after getting into a lot of debt through gambling. And that's why that joke's funny, because
Yeah.
we can say them kind of things to each other.
That's why I didn't. That's why I was like, I've made the connection of gambling and that, and I was just like, I'm just gonna move back a little bit and
Yeah.
wait for him to say it.
Like,
Full well know what I'm like.
literally, like, what? He was.
Don't fall.
Don't fall. He was in the army, obviously, he gained PTSD or stuff like that from that. He was in the army since he was 16. And obviously got to that point. That's their fault. Got to that point. Obviously, he started gambling with all his money and all that. Got into a bit of debt. Didn't know a way out of it. Thought that was the best way out of it, and that's where we are today, so.
Because you got the tattoo on your left arm, haven't you?
Yeah.
Might want to take your jacket off.
I know, yeah.
No one's getting Nicky. Ah, that's sick. Though.
That's cool.
Basically, the story behind Black and Red Butterfly is...
Like, he's got the semicolon behind his other ear as well.
What about 7 tattoos? I think.
It's turned into a Monday.
Yeah.
Literally.
I like dropping photos in, so if I've got him, I don't have to fucking chase him.
Yeah. So...
That's why I made him take a photo of that before and send it to me, so I've got
I
it.
saw that before, you know.
So, with that, he's what? What was I talking about?
I don't think
Your brother killing himself.
Yeah.
Red and
His
like the
PTSD.
white,
Yeah, the
red
butterfly.
yeah.
Basically, when he passed, the year he passed, there was a red butterfly following me brother's best mate around that lives in the old road. Landed on her hand, and she went like that, caught it, had it in her hand like that. She walked back down from the shop, come to ours, knocked on the door, and the butterfly just flew around and just stayed by the house. And then it would come every morning when my mum was going to work and just fly by the window. And then another time, my eldest brother's girlfriend was shopping, and the butterfly was on the floor, red and black butterfly again, just walking next to her into the shop. Just walking as she was walking. This, bear in mind, this was when COVID was in, so all the queues were out, but it was just walking next to her. And there's another time I was in my cousin's house for a party, and it was just another one was just flying around, landed on me and landed on my thumb.
Yeah.
So the black and red butterfly, basically we just see is like, say the way people see robins,
Yeah.
I think that's that.
Because yours is feathers for your sister, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So black and red butterfly it is.
Fucking mad.
So
And then from something quite sentimental to an absolute fucking swat,
yeah.
J.K. Rowling and Hogwarts
Yeah.
Legacy. So
Come
your
on, get up your script.
can't we skip? No, I'll,
Yeah.
I'll do the script at the end because obviously I'd rather get your opinion on it. Because being the someone that's directly affected by it, because
Yeah.
their comments predominantly are aimed at you,
Yeah.
being a female to male transgender,
Yeah.
saying that because you still have a period and go through that
Yeah.
cycle, you're
You're
not a male.
Yeah.
But you've got a love of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Where does that put you on the aspect of it?
Really, where it's put me, it's she's still a transphobic bitch. So it's one of them. I don't really. Well, I can't read, so I don't read the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that, it's more so the way she's speaking with all her transphobic stuff and the badges she's brought out and all stuff like that. It's horrible. It's horrendous. It shouldn't be happening. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, say where you've got two things, the transphobia and obviously the Harry Potter. Say I fall under the little
You fell in love with the Harry Potter,
that.
not the J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, I fell in love with Harry Potter when I
That's
was
what I was
younger.
going to say.
Yeah.
And
There's the
then
differentiation
that's
between
come
the two
out,
of them.
You fell
It's-
in love with the world,
The whole-
not the
Yeah.
creator,
Yeah.
basically.
Because is she even a part of the Harry Potter thing anymore? Because obviously, like, a whole Fantastic Beast,
at
it's
the end of the day-
loosely based on what she's
Yeah,
playing.
It's
I know,
not
but-
the fact that she's just transphobic, she's also homophobic with the fact of not letting Dumbledore, as everyone wanted it to be, with him being either, I think it was either bisexual or gay,
Yeah,
It's one of the two. Yeah.
one of the two, and
Gay.
she refused that. She
Right.
blank out refused, no, he's not. Even though he slept with the fucking...
Grindelwald.
him.
And it's because even in Fantastic Beasts, it's implied because they've
Yeah.
got that you'll know the blood bond thing.
Yeah.
Yes, they got
that makes his whole fucking love of Harry Potter even worse.
Mm.
If you look at it, if he's gay, he's very fucking Nazi now.
and he's obsessed with like what a kid that's like this big when he starts.
If I'm gonna bring her down, I'm gonna destroy her whole franchise around me.
Yeah.
Do it.
Dumbledore's a nuts.
Oh boy.
Can't say that his actor's dead.
Mickey Mouse over in the corner.
No, the actor's fine. I'm on about the character in general. One of them is, yeah.
One of them is.
One isn't.
Yeah.
Michael Gambon's still alive.
Okay.
Alright.
Smart ass.
Piping up from the corner. I think we have got a producer now.
I know, yeah.
Just pipes up in the background.
Director.
Get them down every week to just sit there and correct us.
Yeah.
Oh, we all fucking day. We're trying to keep this to an hour. We're not even getting close to that. And never mind if I'm getting correct every 5
Yeah, well,
minutes.
no.
Yes.
I did say there was a pink one in the bag.
Yeah, I thought you meant Ultra.
No, unfortunately.
So when it comes, so like you were saying then, with Fantastic Beasts, loosely based on Harry Potter world created by her. Hogwarts Legacy is it's a game based on the school that she created, but,
but
it's
she's not to do with
it's
the
loosely
game.
based on things, so she's not to do with the
It's
game.
a completely different story, really.
Different story and everything like
Because
that.
it takes place, isn't it something stupid like 20 years before Harry
Multiple
Potter?
ones, like 70 years before.
1800s, I've read it's set
It's set like way
19th
before.
century, yeah.
See, I thought it was like 40s to 50s.
Right.
I thought
It
it
might
was.
be, I don't know.
No, you could be right about that.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Where do you sit on the game then? Because you play games anyway and stuff like that.
Most time, yeah.
Are you gonna get it?
No.
Why?
No. See, I'm getting a PS for my 19th. And see, with storybook games, like proper, like where it's got the stories and all that, when you're trying to play the game, it annoys me.
Right.
It does me, like I'm trying to play the game. Why are you throwing a
Yeah,
story
why are you
video at
sticking
me?
me in?
Right, yeah, we get
Why are you sticking me in listening to this dickhead talk?
Yeah, why are you sticking me?
I just want to play his character and go and kill someone.
Yeah, why are you sticking me in 18 different cutscenes?
So the reason why you're not getting it is because the storyline aspect of it is not a game that you'd normally play.
Yeah.
But if it was like, let's say it was like a Modern Warfare 6 versus 6 spell type
I'd
battle.
get that though.
Right. So you're the only sole reason you're not getting it is because it's not a game that you particularly play. It's got nothing to do with the fact that she gets money from it or anything like that.
No.
Let's say another version of the game comes out, and you can literally set it so you don't see any of the cutscenes, you don't see any of that shit. It literally just gives you a waypoint and says, "Go there, do this."
I'd probably get it, yeah.
So it's the limiting factor of here's 18 cutscenes you've got to sit through to watch. Here's 2 hours of character customization.
Go away.
Here's 2 hours of background.
Do one.
Yeah.
Get the bin.
Literally.
Fair enough.
Because that's interesting because I've got, like, obviously a lot of streamer friends who I've got on Twitter. One of them who is straight, male, born male.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Is that the correct term? Born male.
Yeah.
Right.
Cis male.
Cis male. Right. Right. So cis male.
Just easier way to say it.
Right. Okay.
This is what I was telling you about the other day in work. Is it the one I'm thinking of who put up being like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. So basically, he's like, I'm a lover of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I love the world. I love this. Love that. I'm gonna buy the game. I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna stream the game. I've still got a lot of friends, family who are in the LGBTQ plus community, and I'm still an ally of them.
Yeah.
The first coming back was, if you're buying the game, you are not an ally, and you also can't claim to be an ally. It's not a title you can give yourself. It's a title given to you. And that was the first comment back from it. I looked on that person's profile, and from what I could see from that profile, they were non-binary of their pronouns being they/them. And the flag that they had on there was, I believe, a pansexual flag.
What colours?
You're asking a question now. I had it up at the time. I had the flag up and the list of all the flags. I was trying to, because obviously on Twitter it's like fucking
Yeah,
big,
but
innit?
every time all the flags just change.
All right. So the one I was looking at, it looked pansexual. I could be wrong, but what's your thoughts on them being that abusive towards him for playing it?
Sit back down, go and flush your head down the toilet. There's no
And then jump in the
point.
bin.
Yeah, and then get in the bin. There's literally no point sitting there saying that someone's transphobic, homophobic, just for buying a certain game, just because the creator is. Like, it's one of them, if you like that game, buy it. Doesn't mean that the fact you're homophobic, transphobic, anything else to do with it. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, it's where they have as I said before, the certain point of the way where you're buying it just to support it, and the certain point where you're buying it to play it yourself
to
and
enjoy
the actual
experience.
game.
Yeah.
So it splits off in separate ways.
It's like
with all stuff like that.
Remember when I can't remember which company it is, and I don't want to say the wrong one, but it came out that one of the project managers or like COOs or whatever was being incredibly like sexual assault and sexual harassment. People were being like, "Oh, boycott this game," and it's like, well, I want to play the game because I enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I don't agree with any of that shit.
There was a producer of the actual Hogwarts Legacy game who was making some sort of hate speech on a YouTube channel, and then he removed himself from the project completely. Rather than getting sacked, he just took himself away from it.
Yeah.
Because like that was not another thing people were saying was like, oh, you can't buy it because it supports him. Well, he's not getting anything from it. He didn't get paid for the development, and he's not getting paid any bonuses. There's the obvious, and is it anti-Semitic?
Anti-Semitic.
Semitic.
It's the
That is the goblins in it. That's what everyone's saying. Is that
Yeah.
they've got larger noses. They like money. It's a stereotype towards a
Yeah.
certain type of people. Yeah, fine. Maybe it is. There's parts in Harry Potter stories that there's other stereotypes, like the Irish thing. Most of the people who are Irish in it have got whiskey all the time.
yeah.
There's the black lads who've got no parents.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's stereotypes they touch on, but you can't really like focus on them too much in terms of like the game development, because, like you said, it's set when 1800s.
Yeah, I think that's when it's set.
Theoretically, if there's any sort of like slavery aspect to it,
That's when
periodically,
it's
Unfortunately, that's what happened.
periodically
at that time.
it's correct, because in that time that
It
happened.
was normal, yeah.
There's no difference to playing Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yeah.
which was
That's it.
such a big game, and it had similar aspects of it because that's what happened back then.
Yeah.
That
So-
reminds me, you mentioned
1890s. You're
Yeah.
right.
That was right, yeah. There's a YouTuber called Vanos. I don't know if anyone's ever
Vanos
seen it.
Gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you wear his merch quite often, and it makes me kind of jealous. I can't lie.
yeah. He's playing Red Dead Redemption with his mates, and he's going around like online. He's going around slapping women, like giving them abuse. And He's
Yeah.
like, "This is the 1800s. How dare you open your mouth to me and slapping the women?" And everyone's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he's like, "It's the times. It's the times. It's fine. It's normal." And that's like, he's gonna get cancelled so fast.
But he didn't. That's
No.
that's the funny thing, because
Yeah.
Vanos is such a big YouTuber, and he's known for just pushing the envelope just that little bit
He's like,
Fair
further.
it's
enough.
too big to be
It's like-
cancelled.
But it's
That's
like,
the
but
thing.
like we've touched on in the past, like stand-up comedians always get away with being
Yeah.
dicey
It's like
and edgy.
Eminem with
Yeah.
the racism stuff.
Yeah,
He gets away with it. He's the only
The
certified white rapper that
You-
can get away
you
with
can't
it.
tell me that comedians are not allowed to do it. When you look at it's the Have a Word podcast with Adam Rowe and Dan Nightingale.
yeah,
They are the biggest patron
Yeah.
in the country.
for Hot Water Comedy Club.
Yeah, well, so Adam's from Hot Water Comedy, Dan Nightingale did Bucket and Frog in
Yeah.
Manchester.
Yeah,
But they created a podcast pre-COVID. COVID hit. They jokingly were like, "Oh, we'll do a pod a day if we get put in lockdown." And then we did. So they did a podcast a day. It grew from that. They're on something daft now, like 40,000 patrons.
yeah.
And it's like a £3, £5, £10 tier. They pay, I think the maximum you can pay back to patrons 12%. Let's say they do that. You've got 40,000 people paying tenner each, and you're only
Yeah.
giving 12% back to Patreon. Split between, I think it's 4 of them who've got shares. You're raking in a massive amount there.
Definitely.
Hang on, you're saying 40,000 of them.
Roughly 40,000, yeah.
Times that by 10.
By 10.
Take away 12%.
Yeah.
That's 352,000
A year.
a year,
No, a month.
a month,
A month.
a month. Divide that, times that by 12, 4.2 million a year. You're saying there's 4 of them that get a chair.
Yeah.
A year, that's a mil.
$1 million.
Just off a podcast that's took off through them basically talking what you would talk like in a green room of a comedy
Yeah.
club. They just have no filter. So because it's so real and that's how people talk, everyone knows that what's going to get said is
Yeah.
offensive. Everyone knows what's going to get said is on the edge.
Yeah.
But because they're so big and they're comedians, no one bats an eye on it.
Yeah.
But if we did it,
Because they do crowd.
get
The
fucked.
thing is as well.
we'd get fucking violated by everyone for
Absolutely.
it.
Because the thing is as well, comedians like them, they're known for the crowd work.
Yeah.
And like you'll see clips on TikTok all the time of it's from Hot Water actually, and you're like, oh yeah, what's your name, mate? And he's like, shit, I've picked on a deaf person again.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
and he's just sat there like,
The thing
you're having
is-
me on now. You're not actually deaf.
The problem with them is as well, everyone goes to comedy clubs thinking that's all the whole routine is. It's actually not. As if you like, I regularly visit comedy clubs. It's a compere.
Yeah.
It's the person who brings on an act. So it's just that little bit of filler in between. While one person leaves the stage, the other person gets ready to come on and does their act. But everyone goes to the club expecting 60
Shitloads of
minutes of crowd work, and it's like you're only getting like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here. And you're like, was that it?
Yeah.
It's like read up on fucking comedy clubs.
Yeah, they're there to do a set, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not like
Not
just
like a full
not
show.
just
And
go
then-
through.
And that is also why I won't go to them. Between the last 2 weeks of November and the first 2 weeks of January is because you'll have
Christmas
Christmas
parties.
dues. You go,
Yeah.
that looks really fun, we'll go. And then they go, oh, we only came for the crowd work bit, we've not come for the actual stand-up comedian bit.
Yeah.
And actually, you're quite offensive because you've said this and that and
Yeah.
the other. I'm like, fucking grow up.
Yeah.
I'd love to go with our work. I'd love to just go. Like, let's say, majority of the staff turn 18, right? Because
Majority of us are basically.
yeah, but you're still waiting on like the couple early 2005s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like maybe 6 to 8 of us left
Yeah.
who were early 2005, and any new staff we bring in who were like late 2005, 2006, so on. But like, I'd love to just go get pissed up and just go to a comedy club and just see who walks out
Yeah.
and be like, right, see you later, see you on work.
Oh, what's his name? Paul, the comedian.
Paul Smith.
Think he's been absolutely terrorised by him in one of the shows
I know you're on about, yeah.
with his beard.
Yeah.
And one of the other lads.
So one of our managers went, right, and
He got
It's funny when it's imagine.
it's the one you got to come for.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, him, his bed, and his best mate went,
Right.
and he was like, lad, funniest thing ever.
Bear in mind, him and his best mate were sat next to each other, and his bed was like over next to him, the other side.
Yeah.
And he's like, you two together, and they're like, well, yeah, but you know, she's like, oh, you two fucking. And they're like,
I think
"No."
I've seen this one.
And they're just going back and forth, but he's like, hang on, you work at KFC? Do you work at KFC? Do you work at KFC? And he picks on someone else over there, and he's like, do you work at KFC? And he's like, oh no, I'm not with them. I'm like, how many fuckers are from KFC here now? And he was saying, like, they were fucking pissing themselves laughing as he's just picking them apart bit by bit.
So if you're going to do that right, so when you can book seats, the smartest thing to do is separate yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get like go in pairs and stuff like
Fuck
that.
around with him.
Because that's what the German tourists did. You'll see that
Yeah,
one.
I've seen
No.
that one,
Because
yeah.
there's a big movie like German tourist, and like there's a group on like the side, there's a group at the back, and because they've bought tickets late,
They've
they're all
separated.
scattered about.
Yeah.
So he's talking, he's like, he's not from Germany, and there's like a woof over, he's like, and someone's at the back, like, we're fucking surrounded! And it's like because they book seats all over the place, like that's obviously.
That'd be the thing to do, though.
That's what
Don't
we're
get me
doing.
wrong,
Yeah.
I work as the little
Bubbles.
bubbles, so we're like,
Everyone has bubbles.
we're like, oh, we're one big family because we are, right? You got like, there was a manager who was unfortunately left us to a different store. We were like, oh, it's the mum.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
There's
the mum.
there's another one who's like the gay uncle. Well, he is
No,
gay.
he's the gay dad.
Well, yeah. We just it depends on who you ask. What you think?
Gay uncle sounds better than gay
Yeah.
dad, to be fair.
No,
but he's
it's
actually gay,
funny.
and he's
actually
engaged.
gay.
He's engaged. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So it's allowed,
Yeah.
and we all take the mick out of it.
Like, you go, it's allowed.
It's allowed.
He'll come round. You'd look at him. You're like, not gay.
Yeah.
I know I feel like that, to be fair.
So he's been a mechanic. He's worked doors. He's worked bars.
It's the best kind of
He's
gay.
got a full sleeve of tattoos, right? And I'm talking. It's like rare
Got
rope.
2 sleeves, hasn't he?
He only has one out most of the time, doesn't he? Because he's got a dermatitis on the other one.
Yeah.
So he wears an undersleeve because he's got like a skin rash from
Oh, that's good, yeah.
like the flour and all that. So he'll walk around the corner sometimes, and be like zingers, and you're like, fuck's sake. Like it's so funny, but like you know, you don't expect it.
Yeah.
There's a lad I work with who's gay, and he hates overly camp gays. He just can't stand them.
Proper
Yeah. So like when
bed gays.
so there's been a time we've gone to a breakdown, and he was very, very feminine gay, and Matty got the car and went nope. Just turned around, he went, I'm putting the clothes out, go deal with him, and I'll punch him. And I'm like, he went, I know I'm gay, but I can't deal with that. It's just like, I was like, okay.
But both our manager and his partner, you wouldn't think it.
You wouldn't. No.
His partner looks like a biker.
Yeah, he does.
So he does. I think he does some kind of security, right? He'll come in every now and again.
They're the best ones though, because I'd love to see them
Undercover gays.
Yeah, no, something like that. Just sat in a gay club or outside a gay club, and then like one little like transphobic, gay or homophobic twat comes along, sees them two and goes, "Oh, they're gonna be on my side." Makes a comment thinking if he kicks off, they'll have my back, and then just go.
That was
What?
like with Fatty and the other short store that we were training with Dave when.
I think I've
Spit it out!
I've roughly got an idea what you're on about, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head.
What got sent in?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was Fingy.
So that's another one. So we go back onto the whole transgender thing and the misidentifying thing is then. So obviously for you are very much, I am male. You tell people you're male.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't have never even once in a lifetime thought.
There's a
that
new
you
girl
would-
in our
that
store,
you would
right?
trans.
And these are all having a conversation about like, oh, if you're to have
That's not
surgery,
even mad.
you can have something else. No way, I'm finishing 2 full sugars. Turn around, he was like,
Funny.
fuck off. Turn around, like, if you were to have surgery, what surgery you have? And he's looking at me like, I went,
No, it was if you was to have cosmetic surgery, what would it be?
and I'm like, oh, you know what? No, I can't really think of anything for you, you know.
Neither can I, lad.
And we're just going back and forth like this, and she sat there
Giggling.
like, what?
Every one of us that was stood there were giggling, even the manager.
And,
laughing.
and she's not got a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she didn't know, and she's like, "What? Well, I'm missing something. What's he had done? Is he had Botox?" And we're like, "No, no,
Have you had your lips done? No.
Better than
No.
that.
no." She's like, "Brazilian? No, no."
No.
And she turned around. I was like, "What? Tell me." We turned around to the other girls and went, "Tell her." And she went. She literally sank against the wall and was like, "Fuck off."
Literally
she
just
sat-
stood up
she
and
sat-
just went.
Told you. That's
She
right.
sat on the floor. She's like,
Just
"I
sank.
never would have thought it."
Literally just sank to the floor.
I suppose in a way that helps you though.
But
Yeah.
we've talked about it before, right? The only reason I clocked it. So when we were first training in Runcorn,
Yeah.
like that was the store we both trained in. And I'm just gonna say that we were. That's where we trained. So he was on bags. He was reaching for something or he was grabbing something, and I went, "Hey, watch out there!" And I put my hand on his back
So we could land the hash.
so I could land. Yeah, I'm landing hash. So I'm like, "Don't come up. I've got a tray out above you." And he's like, "Sound, don't worry about it." And I felt
Me binder.
I felt the binder, and I went, "Fuck off!" didn't say anything.
Just in the middle of the road, just fuck off.
And no, I
Out in me face, but
was like,
I'm down there trying to grab cheese like what's
You're
going
gonna
on?
let me up or what?
I looked down and went,
What's going on?
I looked down and went, "Fuck off." And he was like, "You what?" I went, "Don't worry about it, like, I'll tell you later." And I turned around to him in the staff room and was like, "I don't want to, like, be judgmental or anything, but are you trans?" And he was like, "Yeah, how the fuck do you know that?" I was like, "I felt the binder, like, fair,
Bear in
fair
mind,
enough."
this was like our second shift, so we had spoke, but we hadn't really got to where we are.
I was still fucking terrified of him, because he went round like someone just slapped his fucking face with a wet fish. That was his face at the start.
That's the best kind of facial expression.
But he always looked pissed off.
Headbutted that floor.
He'd always look pissed off, so I was like, "Oh shit, I don't want to get involved with that." And it's just a look on his face of, "How the fuck did you figure that out?" And then we started talking more because it was just,
Please learn to drive, then apply for my place because I would love to see you just piss loads of people off. Like just in that, just walk him in the face like a slap arse, and then someone makes a comment and you'd be like, "What?
"You being transphobic?"
You've been transferred? What's it do to you?" I'll fucking show you.
Slap you.
But yeah, it was just like, it's really weird, but that's why we're such good mates, because I turned around and was like,
Yeah.
are you this? And he was
Yeah.
like, "Well, yeah." And I was like, "Sound, go ahead."
That's
Fair enough to you. Like, you do whatever the fuck you want to
off
do.
you fuck. Go on.
I
Go
just
on
want
then,
to make
go back
sure.
to Vegas.
I just want
Get
to
back
make
to your
sure.
kitchen.
It's got a whole new meaning now.
Go make a sandwich. Literally.
No, I think his exact words were, "Go back to your dishes." So I do dishes in work. I'm religiously known, and you can vouch for this.
So am I.
We're known for being dishes bitch, because we are the
Dishes bitches.
fastest and we get them the cleanest.
Dishes, bitches.
So his exact words were, "Go back to your fucking dishes."
Go do your dishes.
I didn't say anything else to anyone, and I was just like, "I'm not gonna tell anyone else." He was like, "I'm not asked." I was like, "No, just out of respect for you, I'm not saying anything to anyone, because someone's gonna turn around and be like, 'Oh, well, I'm gonna,' and I'm like, I just can't. I couldn't be asked with it." Fuck off.
I know, right? Well, actually, we're going to circle back on topic so we can actually wrap it all up.
I know, yeah.
So basically what you're saying anyone that's transgender can buy the Harry Potter game if they're a fan of Harry Potter and they like story-based games.
Yeah.
You've got no issue with anyone buying it.
No, it's
Playing
one
it.
of them. It's your personal preference, as we said before, with obviously like the going like from male to female and then like someone not liking them because it's like that. It's just personal preference. Yeah.
But that is like, I'm happy you said that because that cements basically what I wrote. So I'll literally read it word for word. I wrote it down because I didn't want anything taken out of context. So it was literally says, I for once wrote something out rather than speaking freely because I wanted to make sure that it was said best I can without any slight slip of the tongue and easily taken out of context. Hogwarts Legacy will be the most controversial game we've had in a very long time. Some for reasons more obvious than others. After looking into the game a lot, reports state that all developers have already been paid when it comes to the game, but are in line for bonuses depending on how well the game does in sales. This does not include the developer who was caught using hate speech on his YouTube page and subsequently left the project under his own accord. The important question is, will J.K. Rowling profit from the game? Sadly, yes. Anything that involves the Harry Potter brand, she takes a percentage from. This just doesn't include the game. This includes anything bought from the Wizarding World website, any Harry Potter experiences worldwide, and as well as a yearly profit from Universal Studios for the continued use of the Harry Potter themed rides. The percentage of the profits for each, though, varies. Will buying the game make a difference? In short, yes.
Yeah.
It will indirectly give money to someone who has freely spoke negatively towards the trans and non-binary community. When you consider a lot of people found peace in the Potterverse as it touched the hearts of so many people, it allowed a lot of people to come to terms with who they are and allow them to be who they wanted to be. and be comfortable with who they wanted to be in their own identities, and the bravery some had to face to accept this. The game itself, without the controversy around, looks like it could be one of the best role-playing games in a long time. Expansive diversity of the game, areas that can be explored, could be something that makes Red Dead Redemption 2 look minuscule in comparison.
Yeah.
And whilst
Yeah,
many will
actually.
say, do not buy the game, people's love of the Potterverse may outweigh their desire to not aid JK's legacy. In truth, even if nobody bought the game and nobody plays it, it would reflect badly on the creators at Avalanche more than JK.
Yeah.
And until everyone worldwide and every worldwide company refuses to use anything to do with the Potterverse, be it films, books, roller coasters, experience, products, everything, her legacy will continue to grow regardless.
Yeah.
Boycotting one game will not change that. Targeting people who do purchase and play it only creates two things: dislike and resentment.
Yep.
Be that to the person who plays the game or to those who actively seek out players and streamers of the game in an attempt to abuse them for playing it.
Yeah.
There are many people who will say do not buy it, most being active members of the LGBTQ community. To get a small consensus, I personally asked as many members of that community that I could if they would be buying and playing the game or watching the game in a world where money to buy the game wasn't an issue. 90% said they would watch it, 70% said they would play it, and 60% said they would buy it. The 10% difference there emphasised that they would play it through means that would mean they didn't have to buy it. 2% said they did not wish to answer. Now, this small consensus of 45, now 46 people shows that some will still want to play it. Out of the 40, we spoke to 10 people who said they would be buying the game, also stream on some sort of streaming service, and all stated they would not be streaming it because they feel like they will receive a lot of abuse for being LGBTQ members who are streaming the game. It's been long, and I'll explain in full to anyone who wants to know if I'm buying the game, streaming the game, my reasons for that decision. But we'll discuss their opinion on it also. We ask this: don't be the person that targets people playing it, especially if they are active LGBTQ members.
Yep.
Understand that everyone has the right to choose, everyone has the right to an opinion. You don't have to agree with that choice, you don't have to respect that person's opinion, but that doesn't give anyone the right to be toxic, show hatred, or actively try to get people banned for playing the game by placing several complaints and reports against their accounts. This time is already going to be difficult for a lot of people. Don't make it worse, and if you do,
Definitely.
get in the bin.
Okay.
Oh, I'm really hoping.
I felt that. I felt that.
Phone? Is that your phone?
It's my old phone.
Oh, I was
I've got
gonna
like
say.
one for like Twitch and Discord and everything like that, and then the
I've
actual
had that.
phone.
Okay.
Rate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You've got a point though.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
Because that's the one thing I'm a very much I will go at someone if I think they're wrong.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Trying to hold back from aggressively going at people who be like, you can't buy the game, you can't buy the game, you can't buy the game. I want to talk to you first about it. So now if anyone turns around and goes, no, you're offending transgenders, I'll just go, I'll just put the clip in there. I'll just go, what's this? What's this? I'll edit it all. So it's got you talking about being transgender, you talking about how you are as a person, and then you talking about the game, and just go, there you go. Tell me I'm wrong now. Tell me how I'm offending Noah.
Exactly.
Who sat with me? Who sat with me and just agreed with what I've just fucking said?
Literally,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, go on.
No, go on. It's the thing of like, if you wouldn't have a go at someone for buying Modern Warfare 2 if they killed someone who was gay. Let's say it comes out 2 years down the line, oh, Soap's gay, and then just so coincidentally he gets killed
You
two
get
games
killed off in the
later.
game.
Right.
People will be like, oh, you're killing a gay person, so I'm going to buy your game. But you're killing a gay person, oh,
That's
well,
homophobia.
Well, look, a lot of the Activision high-ups have been done for like sexual assault and stuff like
that's,
that.
that's what
No one screams out to that.
that's
No.
what I was going to say before, but I couldn't remember the company. I couldn't remember if it was that or
Yeah,
Bethesda, but it's not Bethesda,
yeah,
it's Activision.
Activision.
Mm.
And
So-
people still buy the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
So-
you can't boycott one game because of the creator of the franchise and not boycott
The other one
the
for
other 14 fucking games for the entire
Yeah.
higher up of the company.
Yeah.
Not the entire higher up,
but
but some
the
of the higher ups
majority.
of the company.
I'm going to ask you, do you want to talk? Have you got any thoughts?
I mean, it's out of my. I feel like it's out of my
Depth of
depth to
knowledge.
talk about that sort of thing. And it's like you got the guys here who can talk about it, so I'm happy letting these guys talk about it.
What? As long as I'm not talking. Yeah.
No, that's it. No, I mean it is. I think it's wrong that people are just like, oh no, don't play it. Fucking play the game for God's sake. Fucking out, it's a game. Yeah, it's based off someone's like idea and story, but it's a completely different story to what she's done.
Yep.
So just fucking let them play it.
For me, the world itself, like, am I the biggest Potter fan? No.
I'm not.
But
it's just...
in terms of, for me, so Younger, the first 3 books came out. Me and my sister used to read them going down south of France holidays. Then fourth book came out.
Don't you mean she used to read them to you because you can't read?
Well, basically, yeah, at times she would read them to me. But that's the thing. So I was the only books I could actually get involved in because like the same, like you said, ADHD brain every so often. Nah, fucking done with that. I want to go play. I want to go swim.
Want to go and do something else. Yeah.
See,
And then also trying to read it. That love of the books was only because of the time I spent with her.
Yeah.
Then when
you'd rather spend time with someone, do something that you
maybe don't enjoy.
and still get the enjoyment of spending time with that person.
Exactly. Then
see, that's what I've said with them is I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Potter. Like, you know, I've watched all of them, but if they turn around one day and I'm like, do you want to binge watch the entire series? I'd be like, fuck it, go on. Like, as long as there's food and drinks,
I'm
set. It was like, so your love of it is they are sat out of shot. Your love of it is I would say Harry Potter is the only thing that connects the three of us as a mutual enjoyment. We both had, or the three of us have, things that two of us like and the other one didn't.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter is the only thing that links the three of us. And given the fact that you never met her, to have something that still links you together.
I was going to say, with the Goblet of Fire book, Grandma bought Becky that book. That was the last book that came out before she passed away. So having that kind of connection to Becky is comforting for me, having not met her and having not known her. And knowing that me, you and her can all connect on some sort of basis of enjoying this book series and enjoying this film series and stuff like that, even though the only film that Becky could have seen was the first one.
Yeah. So exactly. So for me, that outweighs a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll happily take abuse. I'll happily have people come at me. The best thing I'm happy for is if anyone comes at me on Twitch and goes, "You're being this, that, the other."
You can just turn around and be like, "Well, my dead sister loved this series, so I'm playing it."
Not even that. If anyone comes in with a transgender, I'm literally just going to have a set up clip.
On me.
A set up clip of 60 seconds. That is just this, and just go play that, and go right. You've watched 60 seconds of Noah, who's just told you the trans, who just said that they would play the game if it was their type of game. Who just said he's got no issue with anyone buying the game and playing the game. So come tell me why I'm wrong. Because someone who's trans has just told me I'm in the right.
You know?
So get the fuck.
It's just all based on personal preference.
Exactly. So going at someone for playing it is wrong. For me, I'm going to play it, I'm going to stream it, and fuck it. I want as many LGBTQ plus people to feel safe with me whilst playing it. Yeah. Because I've got 2 mods doing LGBTQ. I've got potentially assumed to be mod. I need to talk to you about it properly about it. About it. And regular viewers.
Bombshell just dropped in the middle.
And regular viewers who are LGBTQ who will know that I don't stand for shit. I have done a video before this even goes out, before basically saying it is a triggering type of episode. There might be things that I said that will trigger people, that will upset people. My respect for you for coming on talking about it, my love for you for coming on talking about it, and that how if anyone puts anything negative in the comment, it's getting reported, they're getting blocked, and their account's getting reported.
So you get people like that, just keyboard warriors.
Exactly.
It's just over my head for me.
Because
literally just over my head.
My one issue with Harry Potter in general, it's not an issue with it. The only reason I couldn't get into it more is I have something called aphantasia,
right?
Which is the inability to picture things in your head. So it doesn't matter how descriptive of something you give me. So I can't picture it. Yeah. So I sat down with my uncle one day and he goes on this 20-minute fucking spiel, right? And if he's watching this, you know what I'm on about. It's like, you're driving down the road, it's dark, you can just see the bushes through the headlights, this song's playing on the radio.
I can't see what you're saying.
Yeah, you can smell all like the trees and the bushes, and you pull up to this house. This describes the house. Get out the car. What colour's the car? There's no fucking car.
What car? I'm not seeing a car.
So
it's black.
Harry Potter's a very descriptive thing, and I'm sat there. I'm like, I can't fucking imagine it. But there's another book series I fucking love. It's my favourite book series ever. It's called Skullduggery Pleasant. You've still got some of my books.
I've got one of them.
And I love that series. But the only reason I know what some of the characters look like is because they're fucking plastered on the front page of it. So the thing
so you can think of that because you've seen it before.
A little bit. I can get outlines. That's it. But the conflicting thing for me is you've got the films and you've got the books, and they look different to what's described. So then in my head, easiest way I've seen it explained: close your eyes, picture a red square or a red circle, and what do you see?
Fucking darkness.
Yeah, but if you try and picture it, like
I still can't picture.
so can you not picture anything?
Probably not, no.
It's
No
like,
fairness.
that's Fantasia.
Okay.
What about you? If you
I can picture it,
yeah, so you,
I fucking show off.
Bitch.
yeah, but that's the thing. So
Get it in the bin.
Yeah.
Dutchy's first words of the podcast.
Yay.
But yeah, it's things
I
like
can
that.
picture things in my mind.
No.
Right. We go back to what you were saying about toxic comments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's always
Keyboard
gonna be them,
warriors.
right? So
Keyboard
there's a video I
warriors.
got sent from Panda the other day. It's basically a video. It says the title is Harry Potter can't say don't buy the game, and it's nothing to do with that. It's basically a 9-minute video of game footage. It's just like it's a clickbait title.
To get people to
get
pay
them to-
attention.
yeah.
Yeah,
One of the comments,
that's a lengthy comment.
it is, but excuse me. My
Half an
brother
hour,
is a
that's it.
fairly new employee at Avalanche Studios, been there 3 years, working on Hogwarts Legacy. He's a huge fan of Harry Potter and has worked his butt off his whole life to achieve his dream job of making video games. He doesn't have any hate towards anyone or anything and is an amazing husband and father providing for his family. Not sure if this boycott is a real thing or not, but I wish people would just realise that J.K. Rowling is going to be rolling in money till the day she dies, no matter what they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
My brother and all other great people working on this game would be the ones to feel the effect of any would-be boycott as misguided hate.
Yep.
If the game flops and people lose their jobs, that's fine and justified. So if the game itself is shit, and then that's why they get sacked,
Yeah,
then
if
fine.
they rack in the money and
Yeah.
all the reviews bomb, it's like
Bomb.
1 stars, 2
Yeah.
stars,
But
whatever.
if the game doesn't even get a chance because of people thinking they're making
Boycotting it.
some kind of stand against a woman who has no input on the game, I don't get it.
No.
That's for me is a fair comment. The amount of replies vary. Some like you don't need to get it. It's just some idiots on Twitter ignore.
Yeah.
They do not matter. Game will do just fine if it's done with quality.
Yeah.
Like
It will.
the game will do fine. It's the they do not matter comment that pissed me off more than
Yeah.
anything. It's like whilst it may be taken out of context from them.
What's he saying doesn't matter? Is he saying
Yeah.
that the employees
Employees don't
matter.
matter. Or the
Or,
people
like,
in
the
the
boycotting.
LGBT.
Boycott or the people who that's been affected
Affected
by,
by,
by the
yeah.
comments don't matter, and that's what I mean. It's very much can be taken out of context. Luckily, that's a reply to a comment because if that was a generic comment, the amount of replies to that
That would
Yeah.
have been.
would be because you'd have people who misinterpret that
Yeah.
in various different ways. Because we've just had 3 different comments
Exactly.
Yeah.
interpreted. So that's the first thing when you're saying with comments. There's a different like someone like that or you can fuck off, you're a girl like kind of comment. But like no, fuck off, get rid of it.
Yeah.
You're getting blocked, you're getting reported. Fuck off.
See, the thing, right? Me, him, and one of my best mates in work, Ryan, I spoke about him in the first part. Some of the shit we say to each other is horrendous. Like, me and Ryan will go back and forth. Someone will make a noise, be like, that's what your ma did last night. But, like,
You can't say that, Dutchy. Like that. You know when like
Yeah,
when I said
right.
before, like verbal diarrhea. I know that voice. Oh, it's fine. I love you.
All you're going to have throughout this last bit of this episode is Kayla's hands just on Dutchy's shoulders.
Shoulders every show.
Hello.
Hello, thing.
Yeah.
It's like Jackbox all over again, isn't it?
Yep.
but
I
like,
love you.
What?
Go fuck yourself.
clip it.
Would you like to press the fuck you button?
Where is it? There. Okay.
Fuck you.
There we go. But you get what I mean? Like, some of the shit we say to each other is horrendous. And
Yeah.
if you just talk, if someone was only hearing my side of it, they'd be like, they're bullying him.
Bully him,
But
but it's not.
then you turn around, Ryan, who's like, you know, I was fucking your ma last night. That's what your ma sounds like. You know, like either side, you can take that out
a
of
mutual
context.
respect thing, innit?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he knows I mean no fucking disrespect with him.
Yeah.
Things like that. Like
Do
and,
I? No,
and he knows that if he at any point he turned around and said, right, don't ever mention it ever again,
Ever
I
again.
wouldn't.
Wouldn't, yeah.
The same way as it goes like about Becky and that. He's probably not got the. You've not got the heart to make it.
Yeah.
You're too nice of a person, whereas I'm just fucking evil.
yeah, but I'm not saying that on camera when I've just shown my uncle a podcast.
So it's like,
Wow.
and it's that respect thing. You can take the piss out of each other. You're allowed to. You're
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
You work together.
We'll walk
and,
into
and,
work.
you know where the boundary is.
I'll walk in and be like, "What's up, dickhead? Oh, you're right, prick,"
It's like, you can
and that's it.
That's just a standard workplace
So,
environment.
really, yeah.
Like if you come in and made like a transphobic comment, different story.
Oh, yeah.
But If anyone was going to make a transphobic comment and probably get away with it with him, it's you.
Yeah, it'd be me, Tiff, and Mia.
Literally.
And again, that's the respect thing. It's like the joke for years with you was the rainbow shitting unicorn.
Yes.
Like
the what? Sorry, hang on.
No.
No.
Do you not know about this?
No,
right. So
what's going on?
Obviously, a lot of stereotypical things to do with LGBTQ. Rainbow and unicorn, right? So it was either I or my dad. Someone like that once came up with
Dad.
you and your fucking rainbow shitting unicorns, like what things that I've got to learn now. Like it was a completely mashed together sentence. But it then became the symbol of K. It was like rainbow shitting unicorn. Yeah. So anything, we got a unicorn teddies with
massive unicorn teddy that's in the fucking loft.
We got a book which literally had a unicorn taking a rainbow coloured shit. I was so happy. I found it and I was like, perfect gift. Like because it's such a.
You might not like me after this, but and it was just this unicorn with a rainbow shit under it.
It's such like an inside joke with the family.
Yeah.
That it's hilarious. I know when to say it and when not to say it.
Yeah.
And I would probably drop it out in public more if people didn't get offended at other people's behalf.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the one thing that pisses me off, right? So
it's not affecting your life. Why get bothered by it?
Thank you. There was a point in work, right, where, like I said before, Lee sounded quite feminine, unfortunately for themselves.
Yeah.
And a fella goes, "Oh yeah, she served me." I went, "Oh, did you say you just served you? Oh, I'm really sorry about that. I didn't realise that you'd already been served." And you could look on the fella's face of,
that's happened with me before, though.
I don't understand how. That's what always used to piss me off. I don't understand how.
To be fair. Would you get offended by it if someone calls you a shit? No.
It's more like with that, they don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it was a mistake. They don't know me personally they might see me still as a female and shit like that, but they don't know me as a person. They don't know me that I'm trans, that I go by he, him pronouns, stuff like that. Just goes over my head, really, unless you actually personally
say it to you.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You know, yeah.
So like if family did it, you'd be more pissed off, like, and...
See, with that, it's like, my mum, she struggles with it sometimes, like, she knows, she says sorry and all that after it, now she just shouts love, or egg.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That
literally,
one there.
That's what they're,
Matt,
literally.
in the order of kids, which one are you?
Youngest, aren't you?
Last.
Youngest. Aye, my last born! Get it!
Literally.
I was gonna say last.
I'm the only one out of
me.
my mum's kids that lives in the house. So
the one that's still here.
Yeah. Literally.
You shouldn't have stopped that at the one that lives.
Wow.
Yes! I'm rubbing off on him!
See, but anyone else in work made that comment to be like,
yeah,
what the
you're
fuck,
getting
man, come on.
slapped.
Like, I can't be making that joke. But he'll turn around to me. We're both working Christmas Eve. There's an overlap of about 30 minutes.
Of where our shifts are.
The problem is they couldn't have stopped with the one that lives because how many siblings have you got?
Technically, I've got 7 but 4.
Right,
yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just cut it there. So I'm just taking
the one that lives would imply that they're all dead. There's only one that's dead.
I know that.
So therefore, the joke, was, as good as it was, is technically incorrect.
The one that lives, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
There you go.
I think Dutchy wants to speak about the path again.
No, I'm just.
You really need to get
Dutchy's just like the chaos. Let the chaos happen.
Yeah.
You need to gavel.
You know what you should get, right? You know, on Google we can get the animal sounds up. You just get the most obnoxious one and just keep pressing on that.
Get a rooster.
Hilarious.
Or just set like an alarm for like it literally
Every
goes off
2
a
minutes.
minute.
Or
Like it goes off like 2 seconds
You
ago.
haven't rubbed off on Ace because Ace comes out with these comments all the time because you made a dead back on the comment to one of our mates the other day.
Oh, which one?
The one about the dead uncle.
Oh yeah, so one of our mates unfortunately has lost his uncle, lost her uncle, sorry. And we're talking about, you know, in Overwatch, the character Widowmaker,
Yeah.
and she turns around and goes, "I fucking hate widows." Right, instantly went, that's a bit mean to you, isn't it? And the look on the face of,
It took her a good like 10 seconds to realise.
look at me, just like, hang on, what? And then just the look of, you bastard. But I was fucking pissed. I'm hunched over.
That is beautiful.
I'm hunched over a table, banging on it.
I cannot think of a better way to end it. That's it. That's the end. Yeah, I hate when
Just cuts.
Bit of weight stuff about your hands. Bang! Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, how about looking at the time? What time are we on now?
12.
Can't see that far.
Quarter to one. You're in work for 3. I had to get you home. It's about a 20-minute-ish drive.
Yeah.
Socials, fucking STD Dutchy for everything. Default ST.
Besides TikTok.
STD. That's my eldest brother's initials.
That's even better.
I'm off the hook.
Yeah. For now you are.
But because he got bullied that much for it, he removed the T. He physically removed the T from his name off everything.
Seriously?
Yep.
Wow.
I would have rode
No,
that.
it wait.
I would have rode that storm.
No, but wait,
Oh,
it
my
weren't the
life.
T. It was a different one that he removed. It was very last letter.
So big.
Stephen Thomas. No. Oh my god. Yeah, right, so his initials were 4 letters long, so he did it to himself. So it was STLD.
Right.
He removed the L.
So he's done it to himself.
Yeah,
That's better.
Oh, fuck.
That's even better.
he done it to himself.
That's a rogue.
God damn it.
That is living or dying on the hill.
Yeah.
I like it.
Literally.
You made that bed sleep in it.
Yeah, definitely.
This is probably going to be the only episode I religiously look at comments now, just to make sure. But thank you, Noah.
You're welcome.
It's been fun.
It has.
I actually feel like I've learned something. So I feel like it's been beneficial.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
You.
crutch, support,
The go-between.
a go-between, an additional body to add to the crowdedness that is in this room.
Additional bell end.
Thank you for being a voice in the background.
You're welcome.
2.5 guests.
2.5 guests.
Yes!
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 Because we had 2 blonde guests and then one to sit there in
I'm
the
just
back.
here.
Yeah, 2.5
2.5
guests.
guests.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So it's what?
I was going to try and think of a really creative, like, slightly on-the-nose trans comment, and I can't be asked, because 2.5
2.5
is
guests.
better.
2.5.
It's so much better.
Yes. Yes.
What episode are we on now? Is it 6?
All I'm
5.
thinking, you know, the
5.
saying two.
5.
It's not 5.
Is it? No, it's 6.
It's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 6. Yeah, episode 6. Episode 6, 2.5 guests.
Yeah.
I'm like,
There you go.
what?
You know the one where it's like 2 birds, 1 stone,
Oh,
2 NBs, 1 trans is the only
Two
that's the
NBs.
only one you can think of. That's
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
way I can think of
Yeah.
getting it in. But 2.5 guests better.
Do you know what's bad now? I've like something come into my head about that with a joke now, and I just immediately thought of someone in our family.
Yeah. See, right, I was going to go with what's in the box, because that's what people tend to call the gender.
Oh my god!
what's in the box?
See, everyone's coming up with cool names and then there's this monk.
Chaos.
What's in the box?
What's in the bin?
What's in the bin?
What's in the bin?
Yeah, but it's not called a bin, though, is it? Everyone
Get
calls-
into the bin, you melon.
Yes, I know. Well, that's stupid. At least I got let it snow.
I know, yeah.
Were you here for that?
Let's now!
No, debate.
Right. When
What's
I-
that tits now?
Yeah.
This is before I went to the dentist.
What's-
It was tits
say
now.
that.
I was sat there going, what the
Follow our
fuck?
socials. We'll see you later.
Wait, that-
Goodbye.
Shush!